You're listening to HR Happy Hour Network, sponsored by WorkHuman. By some estimates, over 80% of AI projects fail because of bad data. But here's some good news for HR. When AI leverages the rich, authentic data of employee recognition, you get something truly unique. Human intelligence from WorkHuman, creators of the world's #1 recognition platform. Human intelligence unlocks insights into preferences and skills, culture, and engagement, and helps surface feel-good stories that illustrate the best of your company culture. To learn more about human intelligence, go to workhuman.com. That's WORKHUMAN.com. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the HR Happy Hour Network. This is a play-by-play podcast hosted by myself, Jack McFarland, and Nick Schlemmer.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, we are finally back. It is episode 32, which we just figured out. We kind of lost count. I can't believe it's been 32 episodes. Does that seem crazy to you, Nick?
32 episodes
yeah,
over a few years. It goes by way too fast.
it really does. And over the course of the first 31, we've talked a lot about AI, technology, social media, how many benefits there are. And there are a lot of benefits, probably more benefits than we've even talked about. But I thought today would be really important to, kind of show some of the warning signs, what can go wrong. So we're gonna focus in. I've got 4 examples here for us to talk about. And these are 4 examples of companies that you either use social media wrong or did something bad that social media took a hold of, and how that can affect your business. I mean, you could do a million good things for the world, and if you do one bad thing on social media, it can literally make you go bankrupt, shut your business down. I mean, there's a lot more than just 4 examples, but these are 4 very common ones, like very popular brands.
Yep.
So I guess I'll kick it off here. We're going to start with Adidas. All right, big brand. This is in 2017. So they sent out an email to the runners of the Boston Marathon. Okay. And it was an advertising email, like buy our running stuff, right? Anyway, the top of the email, the subject, and then when you clicked on the email, the first thing you see is, congrats, you survived the Boston Marathon. I'm just going to let that sink in for just another second.
You survived.
Yeah. So, like everyone in the world, they instantly read that and thought of the bombings that were just a couple years prior. Absolutely horrible. It killed 3 people, injured hundreds. Like, I mean, it's one of the most talked about terrorist attacks in US history, that 9/11. Like, it's very well known. So how can you say that on your email? I just don't know. Well, obviously, I mean, people took it to social media instantly.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it just spread like wildfire. Do you remember? I mean, this was a couple years ago, right? 2017. Do you remember anything about this, Nick? Have you heard anything about it? And what are
I
your thoughts on
definitely
it?
yeah, I definitely heard about it. I definitely saw a few things. In 2017 I still wasn't very heavily using social media.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like you said, it only takes a matter of seconds. Maybe the person who's in charge of posting that email didn't get it proofread or like just skipped a few
Yeah.
steps. Like it's crazy how one little detail in the world of social media can cause chaos.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's like, because there's teams, right? It's not one person
Yeah,
sitting in a laptop, boom, send it.
yeah.
Like, multiple people had to read this and give it the okay. And we'll see that a couple more times in these examples. That's kind of an overarching thing. It's like, how do you read that and think, yeah, that's perfect, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone instantly recognized when I read it, when you read it, everyone who read it was like, oh, that's not good. You can't say you survived the Boston Marathon. That's just horrible.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, Adidas took a beating, right? They were
Mhm.
ridiculed to this day. I mean, we're talking about, like, to this day, if you look up social media fails or marketing fails, this is it'll be one of the first 5, almost guaranteed. They still get in trouble. It comes back up every year during the
Yes.
Boston Marathon.
Yep.
Like, it has not gone away. It's been 8 years.
Well,
They're still dealing with it.
like you said, it's an event that happens every year and will continue to happen every year.
Mhm. It will, I mean, every single year. It's like a birthday. They will be reminded of this mistake. And yeah, I mean, for these companies, I tried to look like how much money did they lose, stuff like that. They don't share that at all. But I can guarantee you they lost a lot of money in customers doing this. Um,
100%.
Let's move to example 2. This is, I mean, they're all really bad. This is
Yeah,
maybe the worst one. Okay, it
I would
comes
say
from
so
Burger
too.
King in the UK, and just by saying that, I'm sure some people listening already know what it is. Okay, this is another tweet. Maybe this is a sign with Twitter. Another tweet, 2022. Let me give some backstory before I read this tweet because it's shocking. Burger King came out with a new scholarship for female chefs. Okay, that's a great cause,
Mhm.
right?
Great
And
idea.
so
Great
they put
idea.
out a series of tweets promoting this and talking about it, and it was 3 tweets. The second and third one, very long, very good things. Here's the first tweet they put out. First thing you'd see, and then you'd have to click on it to see the other 2. Okay, so the other 2 aren't visible. This is the only thing you see. Just be ready for this. Okay, this is an official. I can't stress. This is official Burger King UK. They officially put this out in the world. Women belong in the kitchen. That's the tweet. Thoughts, Nick? I don't know. Thoughts?
Thoughts? Just like the first email. How did nobody see that and think maybe we shouldn't say that?
Yeah, right. Like who writes it? Okay, then next step, someone has to read it and say that's
Mhm.
good. Next step, it has to go to the higher up bosses. Yeah, that's great. This is really going to get people excited about our scholarship. I mean, I don't know how you do this. I really don't. And Burger King, this was in 2022. It's still, 3 years later, it's still
Yeah.
fresh. Still, I mean, I know for a fact, like Adidas, they definitely lost customers, right? People will stop shopping there. 100% Burger King
Burger
lost
King
hundreds of thousands of customers. There are people that
customers, probably workers as well.
workers too.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I'm sure they had workers quit over this. Yeah, they've literally lost. I mean, if I had to guess, millions of dollars from
Yes.
this one tweet. Now they're a big
100%.
company. They survived. Obviously, they're still around. Still
Mhm.
around. I think another thing to quickly point is how these brands handled it. Like Adidas did, from everything I read, and their apologies, they took full responsibility. They did a very good job of handling it the best you
Mhm.
can, right?
Yeah.
You're never gonna win them back, but you can do it good.
No.
Burger
Yeah.
King did like, I can't remember if it was, I think it was just another tweet, and it was basically like, "I sorry." Like it was nothing. They had a really, really bad apology, which also hurts them because
Mhm.
if you're gonna make a big mistake like that, you better have a good apology.
Yeah.
And Adidas did a decent job from everything I read. I thought, okay, that's about as good as you can do. Burger King, no. They did one tweet. It was very bad. People are outraged to this day about it. To this day. Like,
Mhm.
so it's 2022. I mean, I'm not on Twitter. I remember seeing that tweet everywhere Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Just
Mhm.
on YouTube videos, people were talking about it. Did you ever see this
Oh
tweet
yeah.
pop up? I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
vividly remember the screenshot of the tweet and I thought, yeah, that's a joke. That's a meme. Like, it
Uh-huh.
cannot be real.
No, I was in the same boat. Like I'm not on Twitter either. I don't have Twitter downloaded. I don't use Twitter. But Instagram, like you said, was just as fast to have that same image that they put out there. And I saw it. And like you said, it was like it's one of those meme accounts, or it's like one of those
It's got to be
fake,
fake, right? Like,
news
it's got to be
trades in
fake.
in the sports world. Like nobody's
Yeah,
gonna believe this. And then you're like, oh, this was the
it was real. Like,
actual.
I can't believe it. It's just, it keeps coming back to that point. How do you put this out? How do you read this and think, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the one. I mean,
Hmm.
so that's pretty bad. We got 2 more examples here. This last one is another tweet. I'm just now realizing this. These are all tweets.
It's all
If you're going to
tweets.
be on Twitter
Twitter
as a business, just please double check what you are writing. Okay.
Twitter has a big pull. Seems like.
Yes, it really does. And this one is a little bit different. The first 2 were like, how can you say that? Okay. This
Hmm.
one's going in a slightly different direction. The tweet itself is not bad. Okay. It's from DiGiorno. I'll read it to you, and you tell me if you can spot the error here, Nick. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the tweet from 2014. Pizza. You had me at pizza. Hashtag why I stayed. I mean, first glance, it's not horrible. I mean, that's a normal pizza tweet
First
for a
glance,
pizza
like
brand.
nothing
The
crazy. Maybe
hashtag doesn't
thinking
make
about the
sense. You're like,
thinking
what is
about the
that?
hashtag.
Yeah,
Like,
why I stayed? What is that?
what is
Well,
that?
the people at DiGiorno must not have done their research because for those that don't know, that was a very, very popular hashtag at the time. And just because it's popular doesn't mean everyone can use it. That was
Yeah.
specifically for domestic abuse survivors and
Oh no.
awareness. So, why a pizza company would put that on their tweet is a great question, I think, to
Hmm.
ask. Obviously, they got backlash instantly. I mean, they were. How could you not?
It,
It's one of those where it's like, yes, how do you not proofread this? Like, one,
mhm.
even not knowing what the hashtag stands for, why I stayed. Why would that even make sense in the first place for this tweet?
Yeah, that
So
doesn't.
this is a good example of just because the tweet or the post doesn't say anything bad, you need to be aware of what your hashtags are. It's like
Exactly.
if you're a brand and you're going to work with an endorsement, you need to be aware of who you're endorsing and what their content's like, what their brand is like. You need to
Hmm.
do your research because although DiGiorno had no ill intentions, they didn't even say anything bad. But since they used this hashtag in a
And
just completely the wrong way, just because it was trending, they
yeah,
got so much hate. And
and
once again,
uh,
yeah, once again, there are people that I guarantee have never had DiGiorno since. And this is in 2014. It's still talked about to this day. This has been 11 years. It still gets brought up.
hmm,
So, I mean, a good thing to know social media is forever. You make a mistake, it's forever. Even if you delete
100%.
it, all of these have been deleted,
Yeah,
obviously. They're
yeah.
still around. People take pictures, people take videos. You're never getting rid of this. DiGiorno will always have this gray cloud over their head because
Hmm.
all they did, probably not on purpose, was simply misuse a hashtag. And I
And
mean, they lost a lot of money.
a lot. And on that hashtag point, like it's a lesson learned for companies now and companies in the future. Like hashtags, although there's no, like government tie or like they have a patent on it or anything, like Nike just do it. Like a hashtag has that same effect on social
Mm-hmm.
media to where like a company kind of quote owns it, but really like there's
Yeah, or
no legal
like a
thing behind it.
movement,
But
like
it has such a big meaning. Like if you use it the wrong
yes,
way, just
that's a
like
great point. It's like hashtag Me Too is a very popular one, for sexual assault and abuse
mhm.
awareness, right? I can't just go on Twitter and be like hashtag Me Too. Like that'd be horrible.
Yeah, like
Companies can't go on there and do that. You need to do your research because that's it's
mhm.
almost like a trademark for whatever group
A trademark.
or
Yeah, exactly.
um not necessarily a company, but yeah, whatever group it's standing for. It's almost like that trademark. So it's
Hmm.
like you need to do your research. That's the point that we're pushed. If you own a business, you have social media. Do not just post stuff willy nilly, especially nowadays. This was in 2014. Could you imagine if they did that now?
Hmm.
My guess is it would be 20 times worse. Like they could go out of business if you did this now. Um,
100%.
let's go to the fourth example. This is the most recent, and this is an example of a company going out of business because of social media. Okay. Everyone has probably heard of it. Most people have probably heard of it. It was very popular. The nickname is Wonka Gate. Okay. Basically, this company called House of Illuminati wanted to recreate Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and people could buy tickets and they could walk around. Like Willy Wonka. Who wouldn't want to do that? That sounds awesome.
It sounds cool, just like the
Um,
movie.
yeah. So they're advertising it. They got a little hot water. They used AI to make all of their advertisements, and they had things that were misspelled and things that just didn't look right because AI is not perfect yet. That's a topic for another day, though. But yeah, so they were already in some hot water. Anyway, they decide let's open up the event. The tickets are expensive. I don't have the exact amount, but I know they were expensive. They still had lots of people attend, lots of people with children. Okay, I mean it's Willy Wonka. What kid wouldn't want to go to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it turns out you don't want to go to this Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. It was awful. If you just look up Wonka Gate, if you're listening right now, you can see images. I mean, it is like a crappy warehouse with folding tables, just a couple workers. This one worker went very viral for how just upset she was. I don't know how to, mad maybe. They had things that were not even in the movie. They had like this horror character that was walking around like it was Halloween. There was no like it was just it's almost impossible to describe. I mean, how would you just? I mean, you've seen the pictures, Nick. Like
Hmm.
it's 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 nothing like they advertised, right? Not even
Yeah.
close in any sense. Um, which is bad. Okay, that's bad. You might be asking, how does that relate to
Well,
social media?
like you said, yeah, when you tie it to a big name like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, so it had a lot of buzz, and obviously people took to social media because of this. So this is not them posting on social media. That's not what closed the business down. People were upset with the AI ads, right? You can be upset with that. What closed them down is the reaction that this got. So people instantly posting videos, pictures, how they got scammed, how bad this is. It blew up, especially on TikTok right away. It was everywhere. It was mainstream media because of social media. So everyone in the world is talking about this. And within a matter of hours at the event, they came out and they're like, we're not going to give refunds. Oh my goodness. People then took to social media again saying, they're not even going to refund us, blah, blah, blah. I think they made it 4 or 5 hours and they had to shut the event down. They
Yeah.
did give refunds, but the damage was done. Okay. Just so it's nothing they said on social media, but this is an example of how social media can still affect you. Like, think about if this was done 30 years ago. All these people would have had a bad experience. I
Hmm.
argue the company would have stayed in business. Okay. People have bad experiences all the time. I
Hmm.
think the fact that it got on social media and the way it did with TikTok blowing up and people outraged forced them to shut down. They've not only have like they shut down as a company, you can't find anything on them. They're like they wiped everything
Hmm.
off the face of the earth,
Yeah.
all because of social media.
Well, and I think a big thing is too, like you said, 30 years ago, I agree. I think they would still be, a standing company,
Yeah.
maybe made a
Just with
better
some
example of what they wanted to produce. But nowadays, too, social media has such a big emotional presence to people.
hmm
So, like, what you see on social media affects your emotions
hmm
versus just having a person to
like if
person
I was
interaction. Like, seeing it multiplied by millions on social media just adds even more weight on your
yeah.
shoulders. Like,
And for stuff like that, it's hard to describe. Like we're trying our best to describe it. I'm telling you, if you're listening, really go look this up. You will see the pictures. It's
mhm.
worse. We can't describe it bad enough. So it's a lot different than word of mouth. And when you get to see it with your own eyes, like yeah, it's like how can you charge money for this, especially compared to the ads?
Yeah.
And one last closing point with this segment that I want to make is because of social media, you don't get a second chance or very
Very rare.
rarely. Back in
Yeah.
the day, no social media, this company would get at least one more chance before people would never go back, right?
Mhm.
They'd upset the couple hundred people that went there. They'd tell, let's say 500 people total get upset. Well, they could still probably run an event and have people come. If they do it a couple more times, it's a lot longer. But social media, you get no second chance. You do it wrong the first time and it
Mhm.
blows up. You're
Yep.
done.
Yep.
So if you have a company, if you have personal social media, this goes for all. Just be careful what you post, be informed on what you're posting, and you got to remember that it's forever. Social media is forever.
Social
So,
media, yeah,
yeah.
it's forever. And like another point that I would bring up is like social media, it's walking a fine line.
hmm
There's the good and the bad. And one way, like if you're on the good, social media can be great for promotions,
Yes.
bringing in more customers. But as soon as you cross that barrier just a little bit to the other side, it's just a
Yeah.
downfall.
And it's always changing. So it might be
Mhm.
awesome one day, bad the next. Always do your
Mhm.
research. Well, I think that's a great way to wrap up this first segment. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. We've got one of our favorite segments, Best Bets. We're going to focus on MLB. We'll be back in just a minute.
Alrighty, guys, we are back with the last segment of the show today. As Jack mentioned, we are doing best bets, one of our favorites, and this one's going to be solely focused on MLB, a broad spectrum of bets. Now, Jack, I kind of want you to go first, and then I'm going to
Okay.
piggyback off of what you say, and let's see what kind of bets we came up with.
Yeah, let's do it. So it's the All-Star break. So we're halfway through the season. Technically, I think we're a little bit over halfway if you look at the number of games. But this is always a great place because we've had half a year of work to see what these players are doing. We're going to go down. We're going to do the big awards. So we're going to do MVP, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year. Then we're going to give a World Series matchup and the winner of that matchup. Okay. So just the big stuff right now.
Yep.
Maybe near the end of the year, we do a little more like Silver Slugger, stuff like that. But for now, just the big awards. I'll start us off. We're going MVP in the American League. This is an unpopular opinion. And just because I don't want all my picks to be the leader right now. And I've got Cal Raleigh. Judge is the overwhelming favorite, as he probably should be. Even if you're not in baseball, you've probably heard of Aaron Judge. He broke the home run record a couple years ago. I believe he's on pace to do it again. My thought here is Cal Raleigh is having a career year. He's got 36 home runs. It's the most by any catcher in the first half ever. It's the most home runs he's ever had in a full year. He's done it in half a season. And I think voters are going to have MVP fatigue. We saw it in the NBA with Jokic a couple years ago. People were just tired of him winning and wanted a new name. MVP is kind of a popularity contest. So that's why I'm going with Cal Raleigh. I mean, he's deserving. If there was no Aaron Judge on the planet, he would be the front runner. But since Aaron Judge is a person and is very good at baseball, he is the leader. So right now, Cal Raleigh is at plus 260 if you want to know the odds. Oh, sorry, 460 if you want to know the odds. What's your AL MVP, Nick?
Yeah, so I'm kind of going the same route as you. I don't want to take the top of the leaderboard, the face of who people think are going to win it. So I went with Bobby Witt Jr. from the Royals. Back-to-back, standout, great seasons, offensively, defensively, making good plays, kind of making himself one of the faces, if not the face of the Royals.
For sure.
It's an up-and-coming team, rebuild. So, I mean, to be the face of a team and perform the way he is, and being young at that as well, I kind of like. It's a sleeper pick, just like you said.
Yeah, no, I agree. Just for those who are curious, he's at 100-1 odds. All these are from ESPN Bet as well. That's where we're getting our odds. But yeah, 100-1. It's got him as fifth here in their rankings. It's a great pick. I mean, the beauty of it is if any player has a good second half, then they can shoot up to number one. Like, it's not a guarantee that Aaron Judge wins it. But let's hop over to the NL. I know we have the same player here. I imagine that 98% of the world would pick this player, and that's Shohei Ohtani. He's the number one pick for the NL right now. He's at minus 1,000, just like Judge. I just don't. You can't put into words how good Shohei Ohtani is, and the fact that he is slowly starting to pitch again. And when he does, he's been lights out.
Yeah.
Right now, MLB in today's day is all about home runs, right? You're either hitting it over the fence or you're getting a walk or you're striking out. Those are your three true outcomes. Well, Ohtani's got 31 bombs right now, on pace for over 60. Most he's ever had in a career in 1 year is 54. And that was last year when he won the MVP. And he's going to up that this year, most likely. I think that's both of our picks. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll keep the train moving. Who do you got for your AL Cy Young? I'm curious.
AL Cy Young, I'm going to go with Tariq Skubal.
Yeah, Scoob.
He's just an outstanding player in my book. I know you really like him a lot. And he just stood out to me. The AL, it's not my main focus point in the MLB. So thinking about a Cy Young for that, I just want to go,
Yeah, I agree with you there. Just like you said, I'm a big Tariq Skubal fan. And that is worth noting, too, about the ALNL. As you guys know, we're from St. Louis. We are big Cardinal fans, so we watch a lot more National League baseball than we do AL. So that can be tricky. Here is not tricky, though. He won it last year. He's going to win it this year. I guarantee it, barring an injury. Here, let me just run down his stats real quick. His base stats, ERA, strikeouts, whip. ERA of 2.02, second in all of MLB. He is 10-2 record. Record's not much of a pitching stat. That's more of a team stat. Worth noting, tied second. Tied second in strikeouts at 148 strikeouts with a whip of 0.81. That's best in MLB. That's unbelievable. That's better than like elite relief pitchers, which is unheard of because obviously starters pitch more.
He's pitching more, exactly.
So the fact that he is at a .8 whip is unbelievable. For those that don't know, that's the average of runners that get on base in an inning. So on average, less than one runner gets on base per inning that he pitches.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. He
And
will win the Cy Young if he stays healthy.
he's unbelievable to watch. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just Jack, have you ever just slowed down like a slow mo video of him
Oh yeah,
throwing the
like
baseball?
pitching ninja.
Yeah, he's a it's
It's
a thing of beauty, and
it really is. It
he has a
really
wide
is.
variety of pitches to throw at people.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, he's a starter and putting up numbers better than people who pitch a third of the time.
Yeah,
Like,
it is really impressive. So, I think that one. I mean, that's kind of like the Judge Otani. It's pretty much
it
a
is.
shoe in, barring an injury or barring a really miraculous second half from someone else. Scooble's got to be the guy for me. Let's move over to the NL. I'll start us off here. This is a guy that, actually, up until the last time we faced him, we have done really good against, and that is Paul Skeens. The Cardinals, for whatever reason, are always good against Paul Skeens, except this last time I got to see Cy Young Paul Skeens. It's only his second year in the league.
Mhm.
He has this is ridiculous. His ERA is 1.94 as a starter. 1.94 runs per 9 innings.
Per 9 innings.
This is
That's
all
a
I can
whole
do right
game.
here is this.
Okay.
He's a division rival, and that's what we get to face. So he's the one that has Scooble beat for best ERA. It's only got 125 strikeouts. I say only, that's still top 10. His whip, 0.92, top 5. Still incredible. It blows my mind how good he is and how quickly he became this good. I mean,
Mhm.
he was born in 2002. That's a year before me, a year after Nick. I can't believe he's that good. He's basically our age. It's unbelievable. He's like Terry Scooble. I don't know. Now the
Mhm.
NL race is a lot closer than the AL. So there are some other pitchers that you could definitely make a good argument for. Paul Skeens is the one I've seen the most pitch. He's
Mhm.
electric. That's my pick. What about you, Nick?
He is also my pick. I have Paul Skeens as well. I think a great point that you mentioned that I kind of thought about too whenever I was choosing my person was the impact he had his first game, his debut. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot of guys either it seems like their debut games there's no middle ground. You're either
Yeah,
great
that's a great point. You're either
or you
the
just
best or
they
the
get hits
worst.
off of you. Like it's just how it kind of goes. And he's made a positive impact, obviously with his numbers in his
Yeah,
second year.
yeah. And his odds are minus 130. I did not mention that, but he is the favorite
Mm-hmm.
as of right now. And yeah, it's like you said. That's an interesting thing because it's not just him. Like there's one pitcher, he was on the Diamondbacks. He came out first game, threw a no-hitter. Now he hasn't
Yep.
really done much since, I don't believe, but yeah. And we'll actually get to another player, at least for me, in just a couple minutes, that's doing the same thing as a rookie, just being electric. Now, speaking of rookies, let's go to the AL. This pick, I'm pretty sure you have the same, is Jacob Wilson from the Athletics. I
Yep.
almost said Oakland Athletics. I'm
No.
glad I caught that. Sorry, Oakland. Now, Jacob Wilson, he doesn't have the flashiest numbers. He is a rookie. He's a shortstop, really good on defense. He's got a great average. He's not a power hitter. He's got 335 average. That's second in all of MLB. He's only got 9 home runs. That's no good. RBI is not very great. Really good OPS of 847. He's an all-star starter as a rookie. Don't know if you need to say anything else. If you're an
No.
all-star starter as a rookie, you're going to be the rookie of the year.
You're going to be the
You
rookie
know,
of the year, and yeah,
Paul Skeens was just like that last year. He's going to be like this year. That's all I can say. He's a really good
no.
contact hitter and great on
Yeah.
defense, and he's an all-star starter. I don't think there's much more argument. Is there anything that you would want to add to that, Nick?
I mean, nothing more that like to speak to him specifically. Nothing, but I think something that I just thought about was, you know, we have the MLB All Star Game, and a lot of those guys, if they are rookies and they make it, they're probably all in the running somewhere for
Yes.
some sort of Rookie of the Year, Cy Young kind of kind of deal. Like if you're good enough to be a rookie and go straight to the All Star Game, most players, single A, double A, triple A, MLB, professional baseball. They're all professionals, but Major League Baseball. for them to just jump straight there and be
Mhm.
all-star quality,
Yeah,
it
unbelievable.
speaks for
Even
itself.
if you were a reserve, and he's a
Yeah.
starter, which is even
Mhm.
crazier. So yeah, this I don't know your pick for NL Rookie of the Year.
Mm.
Sadly, I'm gonna pick another division rival, but for me, it's kind of like how do you not pick him? It's Jacob Mizorowski. I believe I'm
Mhm.
saying that right. I've seen him pitch a couple times. Announcers say it differently. He's just a rookie. His name, it's kind of like when Giannis entered the league in the NBA. People said his name differently, but I believe that's how you say it. He's like Paul Skeens when he was a rookie last year, just instantly really, really good. He's got a 2.81 ERA, 33 strikeouts, and a .9 WHIP. Very, very good for any pitcher, let alone a rookie. Yeah, I mean that's my pick. He's plus 150. What do you got, Nick?
Yeah, so for NL Rookie of the Year, I have Dylan Cruz on the Washington Nationals. You know, he's got the good power speed combo.
Yep,
He's also
great on
young.
defense.
He's been in the he was drafted in 2023,
Yep,
so he's been in the
one.
league for
He was one pick behind Paul Skeens.
yeah,
Same draft.
and just a great overall guy. I think like it's still a lot of building to do with him.
Yes.
Um, I like the pick. It's another sleeper pick. I didn't want to pick the
Yeah.
top of the list, you know.
That's totally fair, and that's a great pick. He's a really really good player. Um, let's move on to World Series. My matchup is the Tigers versus the Dodgers. All right, the Tigers. I'll get into them in more detail in just a second. But they're the best team in the AL. Dodgers best team in the NL. That is, I know I'm a little basic, but the Dodgers. How do you not pick them? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's your matchup, real quick, before I go into more detail?
So same with me. I have the Dodgers, but I have them versing the Astros.
Little rematch.
Little rematch, yes.
Yeah,
I would love
Astros
to
have been on
see it.
fire too.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, these are very very possible matchups. These are not long shots. Who do you have winning the World Series?
So I have the Dodgers. Okay. And
Yeah,
I think, you know, a lot of people would say that's the most basic answer, like you said. But
it's hard not to pick them.
they have the staff, the defensive staff, the pitching staff, their offensive staff, even the coaching staff. They just, it's such a high quality baseball team.
It is.
I don't see them going down. I don't see them going down
Yeah,
anytime
I mean
soon.
they won it last year. They're arguably better this year.
Mm-hmm.
Only knock on them is their pitching staff is injured, but they're all projected to be back by the playoffs, and they're all
Yep.
elite. So I don't think they're worried about it. So what if they lose 5 games they wouldn't lose if they were all healthy? You know,
Yeah.
they spent the most money in baseball, and they've got the best team in baseball. I don't think there's an argument that you could actually make that anyone has a better roster than the Dodgers. I don't think you could, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great pick, and they're plus 225. Like I said, I have Tigers versus Dodgers. I'm actually going to pick the Tigers. I really don't like the Dodgers. I don't want to see them
Yeah.
succeed. The Cardinals used to beat them all the time in the playoffs, and I loved it. So I'm not going to pick them. I just can't. Can't do it. So I'm going to pick the Tigers. Fun fact, another team we beat in the playoffs, actually in the World Series, 2011. Go Cards. Anyway, Tigers, they've got the second best odds. They're plus 750, which isn't that crazy. Dodgers are first, plus 225. Second place, plus 750. That should show you how much of a gap there is between the Dodgers and everyone else.
Yeah.
But let me make a case for the Tigers just really quickly here at the end of the podcast. They've got 5 All-Stars. 4 of them are starters. If you count Tarek Skubal, who has not been announced as the starting pitcher, I almost guarantee he will be the starting pitcher. So if he doesn't start pitch, 3. If he does, 4 starters in the All-Star game. You got Javier Baez, Tarek Skubal, Riley Green, Gleyber Torres, Zach McKinstry. So that should tell you right there. That ties with the Dodgers on a number of All-Stars. There might be a couple more Dodgers now that reserves are coming out. They'll probably end with maybe 6 instead of 5, but at least tied. They are top 10 for batting, and this is as a team. Runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, average, on base, and slugging. And then for pitching is even better. They are top 10 in wins, losses, ERA, hits, earned runs, home runs, walks. And with wins and losses, they are first. And with ERA, they are second in all of MLB. So that's my quick case for the Tigers. They're a very, very good team. The Dodgers
Very solid
have an
take.
injury problem. I'm almost
Mhm.
saying that the Dodgers aren't going to be fully healthy come World Series, and the Tigers will be, and they'll win. And that's about as
Mhm.
good as a case I can make because the Dodgers are incredible.
That's a solid case. I love to see Detroit sports on the up and coming.
Yeah. Well, I think that was perfect. Why don't we do a quote of the show, Nick? What do you say? Let's end it strong.
I say, let's get right into it. All right, so we're wrapping up the show today. Jack, it's been a blast. As always, the quote of the show. I know you love it. I love it.
Yeah. Who doesn't love it?
Who
That's what I
doesn't
want
love
to
it?
know.
Honestly, I hope everyone listening waits to see and waits to hear what I say for the quote of the show. But today, this is coming from an author named David Asselin. Okay, so we talked about social media and business. So this quote just kind of ties in social media. Social media, it's not just the media. The key is to listen and engage and build those relationships. Social media can be good, like we said. Today, we talked about the negative side of social media.
Yep. Building
But
relationships. That's
social media, like we
fantastic.
talked about earlier, it could go so far good, bad, in just a blink of a second.
Yeah. I mean, building relationships. That's the part I'm going to take away from there is know what you're posting, know your audience, and do not post anything like Burger King did.
Yes,
That's
yes,
horrible. That's the
yes.
takeaway from the episode. Burger King. What were you thinking?
Just do a double take before you
Yeah,
click
exactly.
send.
Have
That's
some
all it takes.
proofreaders. Awesome. Well, I think that was a fantastic episode. Thank you to you, Nick. I had a blast. I hope you did. I hope you guys listening had a blast. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys, and bye for now.